I honestly have no idea what sort of Call of Duty game we're currently up to in their franchise, and I really don't care. I don't really play a lot of Call of Duty games. Like, I haven't played any of the modern ones for a long time. I think I played a tiny bit of Warzone. Someone bought me Cold War, but I never really got past the first couple of bits of it, because Call of Duty was a completely different thing back in the day. And I know I say back in the day a lot in my videos, but I just want to emphasize that this game came out in 2005. 19 years ago this game came out on the original Xbox. And whenever I think of Call of Duty, I always think of this game. This one and Call of Duty 3 on the Xbox 360. But before I get any further into this video, if you could do me a huge favour and like the video and subscribe to the channel, because I post videos pretty much every single day, except weekends, because I'm busy on weekends, unless I'm streaming on a Saturday, but usually that's Saturday morning. But as someone that is a retro gamer that plays a lot of older games, when I see new Call of Duty games, I look at them and I just think, nah, not for me, because I grew up playing a different breed of Call of Duty. Personally, for me, I think the Call of Duty games peaked at sort of Modern Warfare 2, the original Modern Warfare 2 that came out on the Xbox 360, and after that, it was just copy paste and it was shit. Warzone is a whole different thing. It's not really properly Call of Duty, in my opinion, but Call of Duty 2, the big red one, this is a fucking great game. This game came out back in 2005, like I said, and was originally released on the original Xbox, the GameCube, and the PlayStation 2. And, interestingly, it's also a side story to another game that came out, Call of Duty 2. Weird, I know, there's two Call of Duty 2s, which was released on the PC and the Xbox 360. All of them released in 2005. It gets really complicated. So this was actually one of the later games released on the original Xbox. And graphically, for the original Xbox, this is footage. I've just captured this. I've not edited it. It's just me stumbling around a battlefield trying to work out where to go. This game looks incredible for an original Xbox game. I don't care what anyone says. I think it looks fantastic. And in this game, you had such an interesting storyline for it. It covers sort of like a lot of the North Africa campaign. You go into Italy or Sicily at one point. You get to do the D-Day landings, and you even end up in Germany as well, which is like fantastic part of the game. One of my favourite things about this game that none of the other Call of Duty games has is there's like a narrator that tells the story as you go along, and it's actually voiced by Mark Hamill, as in Luke Skywalker, the Joker, all his fantastic roles he's ever done as a voice actor. You just know it's absolutely dripping with absolute talent, like the top tier of talent and voice acting in this game. I don't know how they really convinced a load of people to be in this game, especially with the Xbox 360 release of it, like the main Call of Duty 2, because there was a load of actors from Band of Brothers in this game as well. It also takes a very heavy influence from the Band of Brothers books and show, where you follow this very tight, close-knit unit, and it's just their progression throughout the war. It's a story about this unit within World War II, and it's just so good. I can't believe more people haven't played this game, because I genuinely think it's one of the best first-person shooters out there. Now, going back to it recently, I do have to say the controls have aged quite a lot. Like, there is a lot of the era controllers, is what I like to call it. Why does the black and white button throw a grenade and reload, and the triggers don't necessarily always shoot? You have to click the button in to aim. Weird things like that. But I will forgive it, because they didn't know better back then. They didn't understand the optimal left trigger aim, right trigger shoot. They only had what they thought everyone else liked. Now, weirdly enough, when this game was released, it didn't receive great reviews. We're talking sort of like the 70 to 80 range, which may sound quite good, but for a Call of Duty game, it wasn't the best at the time. People weren't happy, like developers and the publishers weren't happy with this game, so we never got any sort of continuation of the story. So I will tell you now, without spoiling anything, it does end on a bit of cliffhanger, and you will not get any satisfying end or conclusion to the game, because I believe it was supposed to be a second game come out for Call of Duty 3, another sort of big red one. I can't remember what it was called, but I remember looking at it in the official Xbox magazine back in the day. It just never came out. And as well, that sort of like 70% like score, I'd say, is quite accurate to a Call of Duty game. Like back in the day, Call of Duty wasn't the powerhouse it was now, so reviewers were happy just to give it a bad review without having to like have fans like frothing at the mouth about how angry they are that their game wasn't given 10 out of 10. But I would absolutely love to know if anyone else played this game, because I played the shit out of this game. I absolutely love it. I thought it was really fun, and to me Call of Duty hasn't really been the same. Maybe World at War can scratch that itch a little bit, because World at War is another fantastic game that I feel like has been forgotten. But yeah, that's just me rambling on about a really old first person shooter. If you have enjoyed this video, if you do like my channel, please remember to like the video, subscribe to my channel, because I do post retro gaming content all the time, whether it's sort of like gameplay or whether it's like a retrospective video like this one, just sharing some memories and some nostalgia of these games. I post videos pretty much every weekday, and very soon I'm going to be doing more review type videos. I'm just working on them at the moment. I'm going to try and stream a lot more. I'm trying to stream every Saturday, particularly streaming retro games, so it's going to be NES, SNES, Mega Drive, things like that, things that I just think are fun to play, because I used to play video games every Saturday morning, so you know, just want to do the same. But thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video, hopefully.